Being betrayed is one of the best experiences that you will encounter in this life. Welcome or welcome back. It's your favorite mental health specialist, Ty Guidance, and yes, that is what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Now, with that being said, because there's no right or wrong way to heal yourself, always and only take what resonates as well as leave the rest. So if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But most importantly, grab your pens, grab your paper, and be prepared to take notes. In this video specifically, we're going to talk about why being betrayed is one of the best and most valuable lessons that you'll experience in this life, as well as some recommendations, some reminders, some disclaimers, and what you should be aware of once you move forward from being betrayed in the betrayal. Starting off with the disclaimers. I know a lot of people are questioning and confused and just unsure on how this could be a great experience. And the reason why you may feel confused is because you may not have realized that if you didn't experience this opportunity from certain people, places, and things, how would you have known to set boundaries with yourself and others? How would you have known how beautiful, how smart, and how loving you are? Yes, it is unfortunate. Nobody's here to invalidate your experience. Nobody's here to condone or to engage abuse psychologically, emotionally, physically, or financially from people, places, and things. But if we're going to be honest, we have experienced betrayal because there are certain things that we had to learn about ourselves. And I'm speaking from experience. Personally, from my experience, I've never allowed it to faze me because one, when you know you're a good person, when you know you're loving, when you know you're respectful, when you know you're raised a certain type of way, and even if you weren't, you don't treat people negatively just because you feel negativity. Like, we don't project. So it's just like, I don't think it's fair for you or I to beat ourselves up about being betrayed by certain people, places, and things when their character and who they are has shown us that they never had our best interests. Yes, it's unfortunate that we have spent time, finances, resources, and efforts being there for people who we would never have hurt and harmed intentionally, but it happened. And I know from experience, because I was such a good person, this doesn't mean that I'm not perfect. This doesn't mean that I have certain things to learn from. But when you know you've never gone out your way to hurt and harm somebody that you claim that you love, that you like, whether it's your family members, your friends, your coworkers, anybody, you don't lose sleep. So the first thing that you should be aware of is that it is okay. A lot of people think that when you get betrayed that it has to be the end of the world, or that you have to question yourself, or that you have to feel guilty. I will never feel guilty because you know what you did right and you know what you did wrong, and at the end of the day, you have to deal with that. A lot of people try to act as if they're not guilty or they don't have conscience. They do. So don't worry about how people project or maintain or sustain an image. That's not true. I know from experience there are a lot of people in this world who have to put on an act and have to wear a mask and perform, but when they're by themselves, miserable, hate themselves, want to end off themselves, want to end off other people. Don't ever stop being a good person just because you've experienced people who did not have love, who were not confident, who didn't think high of themselves. The second thing that you need to be aware of is that because these people premeditated their betrayal and it wasn't an accident, it wasn't a coincidence, once again, you don't have to attach yourself to them. Now, this doesn't mean like the time and the energy and effort that you invested into didn't make you feel some type of way, because when you spend your time investing into people, when you spend money, I've spent money on people before, I've done things out the kindness of my heart, of course, you automatically sometimes be like, dang, I just sat here and I did this for them and they wouldn't have done that for me. Like, it will definitely make you feel some type of way, so validate how you feel. But it's like, once you validate how you feel, and if, like I said, if it's in you, it's in you. You don't have to lose sleep just because people betray you, especially, like I said, when you know what you did right and you know what you did wrong. The third thing to be aware of is that it happened. Once somebody let you know how they feel about you, once you're going through a certain season of trials and tribulations, once certain things happen to you and people stop showing up for you, or people talk about you, people kick you when you're down, people gossip, people spread rumors, your family members, the people you're in relationships with, your job try to sabotage you. Like, once you peep that certain people are the way they are, you can't unsee certain things about them. And speaking from experience, I don't think there's no amount of apologizing to where, unless you want them to be in your life, where it will change what they said and what they've done. I know from experience, there are so many people who I personally, like I said, didn't put so much value into them. So I wasn't really disappointed, but more so like, if that's how you felt, why even, invest your time and energy? Who talked about me, who made fun of me, like who said and done a lot of things, lies, rumors, to where it was just like, like funny, ha ha, not funny, weird. You feel me? Like I just, it's nothing really to say, honestly. And of course, I know a lot of times you want to like seek revenge or you want to question yourself. This is just a friendly reminder that you don't have to feel guilty, and it's just like learn from it, because it's like, had you not had certain boundaries, had you not had certain amount of confidence or realize that everyone's not for you, once again, you wouldn't have realized like you're powerful, you're beautiful, you're smart. And me personally, the reason why I am able to make this video and I'm able to recommend and speak from experience and not feel no type of way, and I'm continuing to flourish and live my best life, is because, once again, the people that betray you, they looked up to you. The people that talk negatively about, because what happens is what people do behind closed doors, it always comes to the light. When people speak negatively about you to other people, it comes back to you. Like, I can tell you guys, out of the 28 years of my life, every single person on this earth, dead and alive, because some people have died, people are going to die, nothing in life is going to last forever, and that's the reason why we're not going to sit here and be sad forever. Every single person that said or something, did something, it came back. And same thing with me. Like I said, I'm not out here being envy of the people that I'm family or related to. I'm not out here trying to sabotage people that I work with. I'm not out here cheating and hurting on people that I claim that I love and want to be in a relationship with. And if I've done any of these things, I've had to deal with the consequences of my actions, which is karma, and apologize to these people and to God, ancestors, universe, because that's another topic within itself. So it's just like, honestly, the best experience was realizing that sometimes you are too good to be around certain people. Like, I personally, because I'm me, like I said, when you're loving, when you're raised a certain type of way, when you have certain characteristics, when you just have certain morals, like, the reason why I wasn't upset is because I know how I was disciplined, by certain people in my family. Like, I was disciplined a certain type of way. I was raised a certain type of way. So, like, I didn't feel any type of way. I know a lot of people feel, a lot of people care. I honestly don't care, because it's just like, why should I care about people when I was good to them? That's how I feel. That's why I'm not losing sleep. I'm not going to like, of course, like I said, in the moment, like, I've spent money on people. I've did things for people, and just for them to like, be weird. It just was like, okay. But you have to realize these people look up to you. Like, when people like try to humble you, when people try to talk about you, when people just, they admire you, people adore you. And like, for me, because I was mature and older than a lot of the people, and even if I wasn't older than them, it was just like, how are you raised? That's how I looked at it. That's how I feel. Like, once I realized certain people didn't have a certain je ne sais quoi, or je ne sais quoi, however you say the word, you know what I'm talking about, the French word, je ne sais quoi, however you say it, that's a word I can't pronounce. It is what it is. And that's just what I'm trying to say. Like, don't allow betrayal to like affect your life or you don't move forward, because that's what people want. Like, low vibrational people, like the people who thought they were going to humble me, not realizing that I was in their life to show them love, and they were in my life to show me to continue to love people, but know that people are weird. Because once again, when you're not a weirdo, when you're not low vibrational, when you're not insecure, you don't project that onto people. So it's just like, learn from it. Like, what I've learned from certain people is that a lot of people don't love themselves. Like, that's how I look at it. All the people, like I said, who try to sabotage and betrayal, like, nobody ever hurt my feelings. Nobody physically did anything. Nobody affected. Nobody stopped anything. Like I said, it just made me realize, like, oh my gosh, you don't love yourself. You don't have respect for yourself. Like, that's how I look at it. Like, I'm just like, oh, you need a hug. So it's just like, don't take it personal. So now when it comes to the recommendations, because now I just started to yap. And like I said, just certain things to be aware of. And I'm telling you from my experience. Let me know your experience too. But the recommendations when it comes to betrayal, number one, is to forgive yourself. Because it's like, you can't go back in the past. You didn't know what you know now. And it's just like, when you learn to forgive yourself, like I said, you don't have to feel guilty. You don't have to feel bad. Like, anything anybody has ever said and done towards me, like I said, and it was negative, I never respected these people in the first place. That's number one. So it's like, forgive yourself. If you cared about these people maybe more than they cared about you, forgive yourself. Number two, once you forgive yourself, remember who you are. So make sure you do things that pour into you, uplift you, to help you heal, grieve. Like, take your time, go seek therapy, go to God, answers to the universe. Make sure you're following for mirror. Make sure you're following for more. Make sure you're following me here on YouTube, booking your service and your sessions. My website and my information is in the description down below. But it's just like, don't allow what people have said or done about you to affect you, because it's not even true. That's why people have to lie. Like, people, like I said, the people that like made rumors and gossip and just said certain things, they know it's not true. People know that you're beautiful. Like, people know I'm beautiful. People know I'm smart. People know I'm about my business. Same thing with you. Like, nobody is gonna try to like bring you down if they didn't already think so highly of you. So it's just like, grieve, allow yourself to forgive yourself, and, you know, continue to show up for yourself. Like, take your time. Like, you don't have to rush, because it's like, yeah, when you do spend your finances, like, I'm not saying that it's not going to take some time to recover, because it does. But it's like, if you've been in relationships with people, if you had children with people, if you're related to people, take your time rebuilding yourself up, and don't worry about you having to like take the time, rebrand and rebuild yourself, because it's like, a lot of people that like try to talk about people have no idea what people go through behind the scenes. And speaking from experience, the things that I went through, the people that were talking about, they would have been folded. That's why a lot of them are no longer in my life. And like I said, you reap what you sow. A lot of people have passed away. Like, we're not guaranteed to live on this earth forever. So it's like, nobody has time to be worried about betrayal. Like, once you, like I said, once you grow and you mature and you're no longer in these environments, once you realize that people are weird, once you realize that people are insecure, once you realize that people hate themselves, once you realize that people don't love themselves, once you realize that people don't have love, you're not going to take it personal. Like, you're just going to see people for who they are. You're either going to be patient with them, get to know them, and work with them, agree to disagree, or you're gonna love them from a distance, or like I said, you just keep moving in life because you know you're meant to do bigger and greater things. Like, I know I'm meant to do bigger and greater things. I know that life takes time. I'm not in a rush. I don't have nothing to prove. You feel me? People be wanting you to prove yours. Who are these people? So it's just like, lastly, I want you to self-reflect. Like, if you know you're a good person, if you know you're a living person, instead of questioning if you're not good enough, I want you to ask yourself, who are these people to you? The people that talked about you, would you want to switch places with them? No. If you did not meet these people and had to be around them, would you have chose to be around them? No. Like, for me, the betrayal that I've experienced, of course, I didn't get to pick. I didn't get to pick certain people that I'm related to. I didn't get to pick the people I went to school with. I didn't get to pick the people that I had to work with. I didn't get to pick some of the guys I even took the time to speak with. People, you know, be wanting your attention. And when you know you're all that in a bag of chips, you know. But it's just like, it's nothing wrong with being loving. It's nothing wrong with being kind. It's just like, you just have to know. Don't ever ignore your intuition. Like, don't ever think that you could change people or look past certain people. But it's like, once again, I knew that I was in certain people's life to teach them certain lessons. So it's like, it was what it was, and it is what it is. And I didn't lose anything. Like, it's a lot that I have to say, a lot that I could teach, a lot of things that I could talk about, because I'm a jack of all trades. But yeah, that's what I'm going to say. When it comes to betrayal, be thankful. So I challenge you to thank yourself and to forgive yourself, and eventually forgive them. That's going to be a different topic for a different video, but I want you to take some time to yourself. I want you to figure out who you are. I want you to figure out some things that you like about yourself. And for the rest of this month, or when you see this video, I need you to continue to rebrand yourself and to focus on yourself. I need you to be locked in and committed. Okay, so thank you guys for watching this video all the way to the end. If you have questions, comments, concerns, if you've been betrayed, let me know your experience, how you handled it, and let me know like how it made you feel. But most importantly, take your time. And like I said, if you want to rekindle relationships, you could, but I don't condone rekindling certain relationships that are buried. Like, everyone's always talking about don't burn bridges, don't burn bridges. You don't have to burn a bridge when you could walk all over it. But not just that, you don't have to worry about burning a bridge if you know how to swim. So let me know what you guys want to talk about. Like I said, make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. Remember, you don't have to stop being a good person just because people are not great people. Okay, love you, bye.